2023 City of Scottsdale's All Things Senior Expo. We're coming to you live from the city's Center for Performing Arts right in downtown. If you're in the East Valley, swing on by. We'll be down here until about 2 o'clock or so. Parent Projects is up on the mezzanine. We can see out as we walk out here outside the studio and we look down. We can just see there's about 400 participants that are going on down there, about almost 70 different companies that are working through. And Janelle Tapphorn, I've got with us today in Duet, or Partners in Aging and in Healthcare and Aging.
Partners in Healthcare and Aging, Duet.
Partners in Healthcare and Aging. So let's you and I sing a duet here together. Talk to me about you guys.
I don't think I could sing. Maybe I could play. Do you play piano?
I do.
Oh, great. Because
So
where's the
what you asked
piano?
for. So tell us about Duet. What's Duet here doing today?
We are here to help all the homebound adults and caregivers that are caring for a loved one, and for grandparents raising grandkids. So we have sort of some niche services that we provide for each of those.
Okay, so let's go through since a lot of our audience has got mom and dad that are out here. They're probably once they go to visit, see a flyer sitting out about what your services are, where you can help. My guess, I've got an inkling that around respite or being able to come help us there. That sounds like one of those services right up your alley.
It is, especially for our grandparents raising grandkids.
Yeah.
Having to parent for a second time.
Yeah.
And on a fixed income usually. Yeah. So those respite funds are very important for them. Well, but for the homebound adults, we actually we have free of charge services.
Okay.
And we're trying to keep them in their home for as long as possible.
That's great.
So we're taking them on trips to the doctor, or we're taking them grocery shopping. And then there's also a lot of loneliness and isolation when you're a homebound adult. So we have friendly visits and friendly phone calls. Or we have tech assistants. We love to help them with the tech.
That is fantastic.
That's huge. And then we also have handy person services that will go into the home and help with. So
I'll take it. Families will reach out to you guys from time to time. What's kind of some of the top questions that they ask you guys when a family's calling?
Well, the number one question is, what instrument do you play? Because it's a duet, right?
Oh, I love it.
So I think the top one is I need help. What can you help me with?
Yeah. Okay.
And so we really drill down at that point. We have a lot of caregivers that are caring for a loved one and are just stuck.
Yeah.
And we have support groups for that. And so we really try to take them in and figure out what is it that we have that we can help you with.
Okay. Is there a set of things or questions that they could be asking before they make that phone call, or any information they could have at hand that makes that conversation easier for you guys when you start to lay out what you do?
I think so. I think, if they would just ask forwards, how can I help?
Okay.
Because I can tell you right now, our number one need is volunteers for all the services that we do provide.
Sure.
So after that, I think if they are looking for help, really, what is it that their goal is?
Yeah.
Is it to stay in home, and do they have a car? Do they need transportation? Just kind of come at it from a functional type of viewpoint.
Sure. So we talk often on the show and others about monitoring just kind of the ADLs, those activities of daily living that our parents are doing, as maybe a cue for where they can't do this. Can they do this? They can't do this. It sounds like that might be a good start point. If I have a clear idea of which ADLs they're unable to do, that's fantastic.
That helps us out tremendously.
The tech, boy, that is
right.
That comes in. Does that how does a family access that, or what do you guys do with tech assistance kind of stuff?
So when they give us a call and let us know that they have, first of all, a computer, that's number one.
Yeah.
They will we have an intake service that will go through and ask them different questions. And with COVID, everybody had to go online practically. So that really kind of changed the trajectory of our services. And so we found there are a lot of homebound adults and that just are not tech savvy.
Right.
So we like to pair them up with a volunteer that can, do that work and help them through it,
Well, and
navigate it.
so many businesses today are they're pushed for efficiency purposes or for business model or maybe just marketing. There's so much opportunity if you get into the digital space, but once they do that, they kind of lose a big segment. Mom and dad have a difficult time keeping up
Exactly.
with that
Exactly.
footprint, and it's not, unfortunately, I think a lot of times as families we don't see it until we're already there, and all of a
Right.
sudden mom's like, well, I don't have a bank statement anymore because I agreed for a $1 credit that I would never get one again. I would get this in an email,
Yeah.
and I know I have email, I just don't know where that thing is at. I don't know where those things go, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the
And
situation.
we have volunteers that will help them so that they can do that on their own.
I love it. Love it. Do you guys any types of seminars or learning or anything like that? Or
We
anything
have a
coming up?
ton. We have something called the Finding Meaning and Hope Institute.
Oh, I love that.
So this is specifically for caregivers caring
Okay.
for a loved one with
Okay.
dementia or with Alzheimer's.
Okay.
And we just started this program not too long ago. And it's based on a book by Dr. Pauline Boss. And it's a discussion series that caregivers can go through and learn how to navigate this really difficult journey of caregiving.
And can we get some more information on that on your website?
Absolutely. That's where I'd love for you to go.
Oh, great. So share that. Where can we find Duet?
Duetaz.org. O-R-G.
Duetaz.org. That's fantastic. And you guys, social media?
Yeah, we're also on Facebook.
Okay.
So we are at Duet AZ.
Okay.
Same as Twitter, as if anyone's on Twitter.
Easy enough to find. Well, I really appreciate you coming in and sharing your time,
Thank
talents,
you.
and treasures with us and what you do and what Duet does. Janelle, thank you again.
Thank you so
God bless
much.
you guys, and I hope that today continues to go well for you downstairs.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. And we will be back for the 2023 All Things Senior Expo right after this.